I tried to do that like faded out, kind of blended out messy lip look, but it just looks like I got lip injections and they haven't healed yet. A little disclaimer that this video is fair use, so all the media used in this video is used for criticism, review, or a transformative way. All the information that's presented in this video is public information and everything else is alleged in my opinion or just a joke. So the first thing I want to talk about is yanderedev, who is the person behind the game Yandere Simulator, which was really popular and people kind of clowned on it for having like really bad graphics. And the backstory to it was that like he was like one person working on it, and then he got a bunch of donations from Patreon, and I still believe he is getting donations from Patreon. He's gotten thousands and thousands of dollars in donations from Patreon to develop this game and finish the game, because if you know about the game, you know it's been along for a very long time and it still hasn't been finished. It's been about 6 years, I believe. So yeah, obviously he didn't really do much to improve the game or even get close to finishing the game, and it turns out he's just like not the best person. And whenever something bad happens regarding the development of the game, like it's not improving fast enough or stuff like that, he would always blame everybody else, mostly his fans, but everybody else other than himself. His usual excuses are that like he's spending too much time interacting with fans, so he's got to stop interacting with fans. He's only one person working on the game and stuff like that. And I heard that there was this game, I don't know what the game's called, and I'm pretty sure it's like finished now, but I'm pretty sure it was another like one-man project, like one person was creating the game, but they were obviously doing significantly better than yanderedev, and he got really mad about it and he like contacted them. I'm pretty sure he emailed them and was like, if you don't stop developing the game, I'll kill myself. So yeah, he sounds like a really nice guy. But there was this channel called The Game Sleuth, made some videos criticizing yanderedev and his behavior and stuff like that, and 2 of his videos about him got taken down. So he ended up taking down every single one of his videos that included or regarded him, because his channel was very close to being terminated. He got 2 copyright strikes from yanderedev, and if he got one other one, then his channel would be literally deleted. And then the Game Sleuth came out and basically apologized for like the drama that came out of it, and said that he had talked to yanderedev and everything was fine, and the reason that he got like in trouble was because he was spreading misinformation and stuff like that. And it sounded very like weird, so a lot of people thought that it was because yanderedev had threatened him or like had something on him, because even if the issue was that he was spreading misinformation, that doesn't warrant a copyright strike. That's not what it's for. Apparently he's also got like a lot of other dark stuff in his past. Apparently he was formerly known as Eva Zephyr. I don't know how to fucking pronounce it because I'm dyslexic. But here is him being transphobic. Here is him being an asshole and low-key homophobic when he says, on one hand she feels like Blizzard designed her specifically to appease SJWs. The SJWs will tear us to shreds if we have too many sexy ladies in our game. Quick, we need an ugly bull dyke. Oh, and give her pink hair for maximum Tumblr SJW appeal. Then he says, a white child falls into one gorilla pit, a black child falls into a separate gorilla pit. In each pit, a gorilla begins to attack the child. You only have one bullet. People responded to it saying, I shoot neither. We'll leave it to the gorilla to decide rules of nature. Their dumbass parents' fault. And then yanderedev responded saying, I thought you were going to make a remark like, I'd shoot the black child to protect that poor gorilla. He said this on Reddit. It's pretty rare for anime girls to have a sexual past. Anime creators know that if they design an appealing female character, otaku will fall in love with her and fantasize about being in a relationship with her and buy lots of merchandise of her. If you give an anime girl a sexual past, then otaku consider her to be dirty and impure and don't want to fantasize about being with her or buy her merch. Is it otaku? I don't know how to pronounce that. An otaku wants to be able to daydream about taking his waifu's virginity, and that can't happen if the girl has had a sexual past. From a business perspective, it's simply shooting yourself in the foot if you give your female anime character a sexual past. As a result, almost all attractive anime girls have 0 sexual history or dating history, so otaku can daydream about being her first kiss, first sex partner, etc. Apparently a lot of his older posts show that he has had an extensive history of being very violent towards women. He's also apparently written rape fanfics, and there was this video, I can't find it now, I thought I like saved it, but apparently I didn't. There was basically a YouTube video about yanderedev, and somewhere in the video it mentioned one of his past partners, and I'm assuming they did it in a really insensitive way, and this person who was the partner commented under that video saying, I wasn't his partner, I was his victim, he groomed me when I was 14 and he was in his late 20s. And I've gone on quite a few sites where a lot of people talk about it and try to expose it, but I can't find like the proof or evidence, but I know I saw the comment that she posted and I just didn't save it. Considering the views that he has towards women and the way that he likes to treat women, I wouldn't be that surprised. So the OK Boomer girl, her name is Nicole, recently had something from their past resurface. She was arrested and sent to anger management allegedly. It was a violent crime and she assaulted, I believe, either like a family member or a friend. She was 20 years old at the time and the bail was set to, I believe, $250,000. She pleaded no contest and then she was sent to 1 year in prison and was forced to take anger management classes. And after she completed those classes, she asked the court to reduce her charges from a felony to a misdemeanor. And the court agreed to this under the condition that she doesn't commit any other crimes for a 12-month period. And the YouTuber Scarce contacted her and asked her about the situation, and she replied saying, "I was in an abusive past relationship where I was mentally and physically abused for a long time. The article is talking about an incident in which there was an argument where I hit the person who was abusive to me. When I hit him, it was a reaction to what was happening in the moment and how I was feeling. I knew it was escalating to where he was going to hit me, and I was genuinely angry and hitting him for the way that he treated me. The article said I was sentenced to prison, which is not true. They made me take 12 anger management classes, and that was it." So recently, a 14-year-old came out with allegations against James Charles. So Ethan Andrews is a popular TikTok star, and he claims that James Charles sent him nudes knowing that he was a minor. Ethan said that he started talking to James because his friends dared him to slide into his DMs, and then James messaged him back asking if they could talk on Snapchat rather than Instagram. And Ethan showed like screenshots in the video that he made, but he didn't show any proof that he said that he was 14. And then he says that James started sending him nudes and asking if they could meet up, and then he asked James to stop sending him photos, and when that happened, James Charles apparently threatened him. Apparently James Charles threatened to out him, and though Ethan showed no proof that he said he was 14, he does have a famous birthday like website page, and it does say that he is 14 and his birthday is September the 7th, 2004. Or he was 14, he's not 14 anymore, but like at the time. And apparently he has gotten lawyers and police and stuff involved. But his friend has come out accusing, well, a lot of people accusing him of lying and making jokes that Jeffree Star paid him to do it and all that stuff. But his friend came out and said,
"So Ethan and Zay snap call me. I answered the call and they were like, hey, we saw that James commented on your video, like that's super cool." And I was just freaking out and I was like, oh my gosh, yes he did. And then Ethan was like, well, I actually talked to James. And Zay was like, yeah, he talks to James. And I was like, oh, like that's so cool, whatever. And then he proceeded to tell me that he DM'd him and that James actually responded and he thought that was crazy. He's telling me how it was so cool that James had talked to him. They Snapchatted each other and how he flirts with James and all this stuff. He told me, he's like, I'm not gay, but like it's James Charles, so I'm gonna flirt with him. Keep in mind, Ethan has told me before that he's 17 about to turn 18. All of a sudden he's 14. So when I hear that he told James that he was 14 and then I saw that James posted screenshots saying he's 18, I believed it because he lied to me about his age. I think it's funny that in his video he's 14 or 15 and he's saying, well, he could have looked me up. I could have looked him up too, but I didn't because that's weird. Who just goes and looks people up? I'm sorry, I don't do that. Basically, Ethan claims that James baited him, James was sending him booty pics, and that he felt so uncomfortable. He felt like his family's life was in danger because he was being hit on after he DM'd someone saying that he was trying to shoot his shot, knowing their sexuality, lying about their age. But in his video, he says everything opposite of what actually happened, and I know because he told me. So I saw on Snapchat Drama Alert the video clips from Ethan's video he made telling the story about James Charles and what happened. I'm not even lying when I say I looked at that video like this. Because a month ago, they had told me exactly what happened and it was nothing that they were saying in the video. They were conscious about the whole situation. So whenever I saw that Snapchat, I sent it to him. I screenshotted it and I sent it to him. I sent it to Ethan on Snapchat. I don't have his number saved because I just thought they were sketchy in the first place. He opened my screenshot that I sent him, left it on red, and I replied again. I was not about to let someone get canceled for something that didn't even happen just because they want a little bit of clout. And I sent him a bunch of question marks, didn't answer. So then the next day, I Snapchatted him, this is yesterday, and I said, why are you lying about this to get clout? I'm blocked. Then I go in my DMs and I'm like, maybe I can find something about it in Zay's DMs on Instagram because he always DMs me. I'm blocked. So if y'all want to believe Ethan and Zay, y'all can, but whenever I try to confront them about it because they told me what happened, they blocked me. Isn't that like a little bit sketchy? Just a tiny bit sketchy that they blocked me. Everything Ethan and Zay said in the video is the complete opposite from what they told me. It's very clear what they're trying to do, and it's disgusting. Wouldn't you think James, out of all people, after everything that happened last year, he'd be a little bit cautious about who he talks to? So why would he go knowing that his career could just be ended like that and talk to a 14-year-old? It's pretty clear he lied about his age. He did it to me too. The only reason I felt obligated to speak on this is because I know them. They told me to my face on Snap FaceTime what was happening, and they made a video and lied about everything. I know they're lying. I'm pretty sure James has posted screenshots proving that they're lying.
So I recently found this out. Do y'all remember that story of like the homeless man who gave this girl a tiny bit of cash so that she could bus home, and then she set up GoFundMe so that he got like thousands and thousands of dollars in donations? Well, I recently found out the man's name is Johnny Bobbit Jr. He's a homeless veteran. He used his last $20 to help a woman with petrol, not the bus. The lady then created a GoFundMe page for him, which received a donation of over 400,000 US dollars. The girl, by the way, is in a relationship with another guy. This is important to the story somewhat. The couple who created the GoFundMe page pocketed the money, and the boyfriend Mark Demiso said giving him all that money is never going to happen. I'll burn it right in front of him, adding that giving an addict the money would be like giving him a loaded gun and will start dispensing it when Bobbit gets a job and stops using drugs. Which, first of all, I'd like to take a moment. I hate when people are just like, if you're homeless, just get a job. First of all, how are they going to get a job? It has to be within walking distance, but not close enough so that somebody from that job could see them sleeping on the streets. They'll be humiliated because it's not a good impression to like be homeless. And even if they do get a job, how are they going to get paid? Chances are the person that they're getting money from wants the money to be bank transferred. For a bank account, you must have an address. If you're homeless, you don't have an address, so you can't get a bank account. And even on the off chance that they are paying cash, where are they going to keep the cash? Especially, where are they going to keep enough cash that they can finally just buy a house? Continuing with the story, the couple pictured at a James Bond New Year's Eve gala, which cost up to $2,400 to attend. Demiso and McClure also enjoyed several holidays, including this trip to the Grand Canyon. The couple even purchased a brand new BMW. Here's the great part. Bobbit never got the house he was promised for with the donations. He's back onto the street. So yeah, I love seeing people like this in the world. It just makes my day. I love people like this. I just love the energy that they radiate and the positivity that they spread. This is what Ariana Grande meant when she said that she hates America. Y'all gave her shit for that, but look at them now. So amidst the whole Black Lives Matter movement, I'm not entirely sure what happened, but somehow Megan Thee Stallion got like caught up in the violence of it and she got shot by police. I don't think I have the video anymore, but she was filmed walking with like bleeding feet, and she was obviously in pain and struggling to walk, but the cop continued to point their gun at her and tell her to like continue walking and to like get in the car or something like that. But she's fine now, and this is what she posted on her Instagram live.
I see a lot of people painting fake narratives and making up stories and all this other whack ass shit. But I also see a lot of people that have been like being very supportive and sending prayers, and I just really appreciate that. I saw the hotties doing a lot of things like writing letters on Tumblr and DMing me all the time, and I just want to say thank y'all so much because y'all really been the ones that been helping me get through this. I was shot in both of my feet, and it's not that I was protecting anybody. I just wasn't ready to speak. That's not no shit. Just immediately get on the internet and start talking about, and that's a lot of y'all motherfuckers. Y'all take y'all whole life to Instagram and Twitter and make it a diary, and that's not me. And thank God that the bullets didn't touch bones, they didn't break tendons. Like I know my mama, my daddy, my granny had to be looking out for me with that one, because where the bullets hit at, it missed everything. But the motherfuckers in there. A lot of y'all silly motherfuckers just don't be having no morals or don't be having no code to stand on. That's on y'all, and somebody gonna take care of your ass. Karma gonna take care of your ass. I ain't gotta do it. But anyway, I just want y'all to know a bitch is alive and well and strong as fuck. I'm ready to get back to regular programming with my own hot girl shit. But I've definitely learned that I don't have to be so nice to every motherfucker. This ain't gonna stop me from being nice, and this ain't gonna stop me from being Megan the motherfucking Stallion, driving the boat, doing what the fuck I wanna do. And I ain't never seen so many grown ass motherfucking men chime in on some shit that wasn't their motherfucking business in the first motherfucking place. Like, do y'all just wake up, get on the internet and be like, oh, I'm gonna say this today because this is gonna give me some, like, this is gonna be funny. Like, what if your motherfucking sister got shot? Or what if your motherfucking girlfriend got shot? What if your motherfucking best friend got shot? Would you be cracking jokes then? Then you want the whole world to stop and feel sorry for you. I don't expect none of you motherfuckers to feel sorry for me, but it's just a respect thing. Shut the up when shit don't have nothing to do with you. Stop talking when some shit don't need to be talked about. And you out of your mind ass bitches. It's not even are y'all dumb. It's yes, we know you're dumb. It's just how many times are you gonna show me you dumb? That wouldn't make up stories about me to save face. That wouldn't go against the grain. Just thank God for them, and thank God for all the hotties and the supporters that I see have had my back through these times. I'm so nice. Imagine being 25. You don't have both of your parents. My mama was my best friend. She, you know, I'm still really not over that. So you kind of try to fill like your space with a bunch of people that you think is making you happy. Like, it's a lot. I just feel like I was moving really fast. I was moving too fast. I wasn't taking enough time for myself. I thought I was ready to be around a bunch of motherfuckers. I thought I was ready to be, I thought I was ready to give good energy to other people, and other people wasn't ready to give good energy to me. But I definitely had to sit my down and pray on it. And I do feel a lot better. And thank God for the people I have around me that are actually here for me and are actually my friends. Don't want shit from me, would never turn on me for no amount of money, no amount of clout.
So the next thing I want to talk about is Tana Mongeau. She obviously has gone to very, very many parties amidst the pandemic. Then she posted this video with Erica Costell, I believe, where they're basically just saying, we don't fucking care into the camera, and then she just decided to post that. And a lot of people got mad because they obviously thought that they were talking about them partying during the pandemic. Like, we don't care if we get fucking corona and we give it to everyone else, you know, that kind of vibe. Well, she did this whole apology thing on Instagram where she clarified the We Don't Care video with Erica Costell was about drama, not about COVID, and that they were talking about how they don't care about the drama that they've had in the past, and that they don't care about the people and the haters in their past trying to bring them down and stuff like that. And then she apologized for partying. But the thing is, okay, first of all, about the parties, there have been multiple confirmed cases from Lorraine's birthday party. Apparently a reliable source has said that there have been over 30 confirmed cases, and Toni Lopez keeps getting sick. She posted it on her Instagram story when she was filming all these videos at the party, how Toni Lopez was sweating already, and she was touching his forehead and stuff like that. And he's been displaying symptoms, and he's been complaining about the symptoms. He keeps on going on Instagram live and being like, I don't know why I keep getting sick, I've got a fever, I've got a sore throat. And it's well, maybe if you didn't fucking go to parties when you're in LA, then this wouldn't be an issue. But when I air quoted reliable source, quite a few people who have allegedly been invited to a lot of parties or have been to a few parties have come out basically saying that they know that these cases have been confirmed, and they've got little details and stuff like that. And some of these people have said that the parties are still going on, they're just being more discreet about it. I wouldn't be surprised if Tana Mongeau is still going, just being more secretive. But now she has posted a separate kind of apology thing on her Instagram, and it says, I've made a lot of life changes, focusing every day on becoming a better person and not running from who I used to be. I can't wait to share and hopefully help others who have been in a lot of the places I have been mentally. I am recognizing more each day the undeniable responsibility this platform comes with, and I would be cheating not only you but me by not finally facing a lot of demons and getting better. I love you, thank you for being by my side throughout so many times I did not deserve. I will become somebody deserving of this, or I will refuse to have it for another second. I love you, videos and truth are on the way. In my previous post, when I am referencing the truth, I only meant that in regards to my own truth. This is not more drama or an expose in any way. I refuse to be a part of the problem that is cancel culture any longer. I will hold myself accountable for my actions. This is the only truth that I will partake in. And a lot of people brought attention to the fact that she said, I will become the sort of person that deserves this platform, or I will refuse to have it for another second. And a lot of people just aren't buying that she will become a person, but she's obviously not gonna give up. You can't just give up the you're gonna have the platform. That isn't, you could say that to be all high and mighty, but realistically you're not gonna give up your you're not gonna delete your social media presence. And again, complaining about cancel culture, I feel like the only people that complain about cancel culture are people who have the potential to be cancelled, because what cancel culture is really is just bringing attention to things that people have done and asking them to hold themselves accountable for those things and apologize and make sure they take the right steps to become a better person and undo the things that they did in a way. There are the off cases where some people want to deplatform an influencer for minute things, but again, that is a very minimal part of cancel culture. It's the same energy as when people complain about vegans, oh, vegans are so high and mighty and they're just so irritating and verbal, and it's yeah, the loud vegans, the very small percentage of vegans will be annoying about being vegan, but that doesn't mean vegans friends are annoying and loud and hate everyone else. And then somebody else tweeted out, Tana Mojo's cryptic post after Jake Paul's mansion was raided by the FBI. And then she quote tweeted that saying, no, just because I posted something cryptic doesn't mean it has to do with somebody I dated. And people took a problem with that, saying, you haven't tweeted in weeks, but this is what inspires you to speak out about something. You're so quick to shut this down, so quick to shut down the rumor that you've tested positive for COVID, but have been filming an apology video for about 2 months now. It really speaks volumes. You're disappointing a lot of people. It's time for you to grow up, babe. She responded to that saying, I 100% agree with you and take full accountability for that. There's no explanation or excuse and I expect no one to forgive me. It's about growth. I refuse to be that person with the platform I have any longer. I will explain more, but understand people who don't listen.
Girl, you say these exact words every damn controversy, but never actually follow up with action. Your words don't mean shit anymore. Own up by changing, not regurgitating a script. You never ever take real accountability. You just spill crocodile tears and call it a day. Fake as hell. The fact that you've had months to explain yourself, the fact that you still haven't reached out to or acknowledged Colin and Nessa, but enjoy the parties and restaurants where minimum wage workers are being forced to jeopardize their health to serve you and your maskless friends.
But the next thing I want to talk about is Bryce Hall. So let me just give y'all a little recap on his past. In June of this year, he tweeted out saying, what is straight TikTok and why does everyone hate it? Ha ha ha. I'm confused. We are on the cusp of ending homophobia and now we're introducing heterophobia. What the fuck is 2020? And then obviously he got backlash for it and he said, that tweet was insensitive and obviously I'm not cultured on it and I shouldn't have spoken. I'm a dumb shit and I don't think before I speak and I'm sure all of you know this by now. Again, I'm super sorry for offending anyone and I promise it won't happen again. Kara responded to that saying, if you didn't know what you're talking about, then why did you talk about it in the first place? You will never know what it is like to be oppressed. Heterophobia isn't real. When was the last time you heard of a straight kid going to conversion therapy? When was the last time somebody was killed for being straight? What countries have a law where it's illegal to be straight? What countries give you the death penalty for being straight? And to all your fans who aren't LGBTQ+, this isn't your apology to accept. I don't accept your apology, not after you posting countless videos of you and your friends fetishizing lesbians. You barely even apologized in this tweet. If you're going to make an apology, at least educate yourself to understand why you're wrong and maybe I'll accept it. He's also been arrested in the past, a different state, like it wasn't the state that he lives in, it was another one, and he got arrested for drug possession. And now there's drama between him and Thomas Petro of the Hype House. I'm pretty sure there was like drama between the Sway House and the Hype House anyway, but then Bryce tweeted out saying essentially that the Hype House sucks and that the people are annoying, but the next time they need a video filmed or something, then they'll hit him up. And then in response to this, Thomas attacked Bryce for getting arrested. Just a little side note, allegedly Allison bailed them out, but I don't think it's been confirmed. And Bryce's response to that is, Thomas, let's not bring drug use into this when members of your house have serious drug problems and you supply all the minors with alcohol. But we don't have to talk about that. Let's talk about you contradicting your statement about not wanting to start drama because of the issues in Lebanon right now and then proceeding to feed into the drama. What that bit's about is basically Thomas responded to like the drama, basically saying instead of talking about this drama, let's talk about Lebanon. And more drama to do with the Sway House. This isn't Bryce Hall necessarily, but it's like the Sway House, which he's a part of. The entire house, including Bryce Hall, have had issues and scandals in the past with comments and tweets that have resurfaced that are relatively racially insensitive, and they've like mocked guys for being feminine on TikTok before. And now Noah from the Sway House made a TikTok with a bunch of other people where it seems like he is trying to again mock feminine guys for being feminine, or at least like mocking gay guys for being stereotypically feminine. And somebody commented under that saying it looks a bit sus, and Noah responded to that saying that's the point, silly. And a lot of people thought that was like confirmation that he was being either homophobic or just like making fun of guys who are feminine. And then he got a relative amount of backlash. Quite a few comments were calling him out about it, but he didn't address it after the backlash. He did, however, have time to address another scandal about taking and doing somebody's dance without crediting them. So the last thing I want to talk about is Lovely Peaches. So Carl Garland from the Salvation Foundation and Children's Riot have kind of banded together to contact authorities about Lovely Peaches and the way she talks about her daughter, and action was taken from them contacting the authorities. The FBI banned Peaches from visiting her daughter and opened up an investigation on her, and Instagram also took down her account. Nothing happened, I believe, regarding the threats towards Charlie. For those of y'all who don't know, she spammed Charlie's live once on Instagram, basically saying that she wanted to see Charlie and some other TikToker, I believe, have sex, and she just kept on spamming that. And she was also talking about like how turned on she was about it, and she was, I'm gonna just say she was masturbating, and she
let people know.
And then Lovely Peaches posted videos about how she wanted like somebody to rape her, and then she was on the phone with a man and she said, oh, this is like a 30-year-old man and I've hired him to rape her. I've sent him like pictures of her. A retired federal agent is looking into Lovely Peaches himself. People were speculating that she got custody of her daughter back again because she posted another video and she was like threatening to do stuff with her again. But I'm pretty sure her daughter isn't in her custody because she didn't show her daughter in the video, I don't think. You couldn't see her daughter and you couldn't hear her daughter. And I'm pretty sure her daughter was like proven to be safe and like in the right care and stuff like that. So that's all I have for you guys today. If you like this video or if you liked me, make sure to like and subscribe. If you didn't like me, make sure to get in contact with my teachers because I bet you'll have a lot in common, and make sure to stay safe and stay hydrated.